Childhood was the happiest time of my life. Hi, fellow Mayo Clinic staffs. My name is Nhien Chau, and I work in the molecular hematopathology lab as an education specialist at the Rochester campus. It is an honor to be invited to share my story and promote diversity recognition throughout Mayo Clinic. To get a full flavor of the cultures and traditions that are unique, I'm going to reminisce some of my favorite childhood memories. I was born and raised in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. This picture will give you an idea of what the city looks like. A lot of motorcycles and a very dense population. My family left this overcrowded city and moved to America when I was 12 years old. Growing up, some may believe that I'm a Vietnamese, but some can quickly realize my true identity, Chinese. Living with my two Chinese parents and an older brother in Vietnam, I never were able to distinguish which is the Chinese culture, which is the Vietnamese culture. To me, there's always only been one culture, and that is the mixed culture that my family adopted and customized while living in Vietnam. The neighborhood that I grew up with in the early 1990s was quite different than how it is today. The community was very interactive. Maybe because my family shared the same roof with two other families in the house. Finding my best friends to play with was as easy as leaping up a flight of stairs. For the adults, they find their evenings at the front of their doors, talking and gossiping about things around the town. Life was peaceful. Well, until us kids started running and screaming around the neighborhood, knocking off a few chairs or persons during the chase. My favorite game was hide and seek. It was especially fun on nights when the electricity was out, which happened quite frequently back then. Besides having a full neighbor of friends, another fun memories for me and unforgettable was the New Year's celebration. It occurs sometime between January and February. It goes with this complicated lunar calendar, which I never learned how to read. As a matter of fact, there was really no reason for me to learn because a few weeks before the New Year started, I would be reminded by all these beautiful and colorful flowers being decorated on the street. And I can feel the environment and the mood was just different. I could find many more happy, smiley faces as people were all excited to celebrate the new beginning. The fun part for me was the food, including a lot of candies, the New Year fruit, watermelon, as well as a big festive family dinner. Another fun tradition for the kids, but probably not so much for the adults, was receiving these red envelopes, also known as lucky money. Well, it wasn't as exciting for me because all these red envelopes would end up in my parents' pockets anyway. What was the most entertaining thing about New Year was the dragon dance. This dragon dance paints a memory of me riding high above on my dad's shoulders, listening to live drum beats and enjoying the colorful and vibrant performance. What really made me jump up and down during New Year was the firecracker explosion. On the night of New Year, each home would hang a string of hundreds of firecrackers. Each firecracker was wrapped in red paper, signifying luck and success. This is the front of my house. A man was igniting a short string of firecrackers, creating loud explosions that are thought to scare away evil spirits. This was just for fun. The real explosion happened at night of New Year, where the firecrackers could extend all the way down from the balconies. Recalling back as an adult now, I understand why the adult wasn't as thrilled as the kid, because if you were there, your eyes would tears, your mouth would cough, and your head would explode due to the overwhelming amount of gunpowder smoke and deafening explosions. and this lasts for over an hour. Sadly, the government banned firecrackers in 1996 due to the safety concerns. But the good news was I only have to be sad for 2 years because my family moved to America in 1998. In the US, I struggled to adapt, and I still find myself not totally immersed to the culture here. However, I certainly have picked up a few traditions, including preparing a gigantic turkey during Thanksgiving. But before eating, we must complete our little family Thanksgiving prayer, which was taking pictures of food. In this case, the turkey was a celebrity. Although the environment is not the same here, my family tried to celebrate Chinese New Year as well as the Mid-Autumn Festival. The Mid-Autumn Festival occurs in September or October. It reminds me of all the fun memories I had playing with the candle lanterns. Now, they replaced the lanterns with electrical lanterns that is operated by battery due to safety concerns. I feel bad for the kids nowadays because they don't like to be like us in the cool arsonist generation, where we got to play with firecrackers, fire lanterns, and start fire over the ants' colonies. As you can see, my childhood was the happiest time of my life. I got a lot of friends to play with, a lot of food to eat during the celebrations, and most importantly, I got to play with fire legally. I hope you learn a bit more about me and find my cultures and tradition intriguing. How about you? What is your culture? Even if you were born in the US, what tradition does your family celebrate? Share the joys of your diversity. Thank you for listening.